Are you looking to make some extra cash, whether to pay your bills or buy some groceries or to get some projects started and get off the ground? We're going to be looking at 5 websites where rich persons give away free money to you. Now, whether they do it through their random acts of kindness or through specific organization that they have established, we're going to be looking at the specific websites, the application process, what the criteria are for qualification, and as well, I'm going to be giving you something extra in terms of what the reviews are for these programs online. So stay tuned for this highly valuable content that we will be diving into real soon. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. The Next Level Life Hacks, where we take the next steps needed to grow towards our financial freedom and our success. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for all the support that you've been giving me on this channel, and I hope that you continue to find the information valuable here. Now, some disclaimers. Yes, we're going to be looking at getting free money, but hey, I am not one who advocates sitting back, doing nothing, and taking or just simply looking for free money or looking to take from other persons. No, that's not what we're about. However, on the other hand, I am a strong advocate that if an opportunity exists to get funding for whether you're going through a hardship or you have a project or a business idea that you need to get funding for, then by all means take advantage of it. So we are not here to just be leeching and just to be 100% depending on handouts from other persons, but if the opportunity exists while you are working hard ethically, then of course take advantage of it. Now, the first website that we're going to be looking at is known as the Pure Leaf Grant. The limitation of the Pure Leaf Grant, let me get that out of the way, is that it is available to persons who are residing in the United States. So sorry, my persons who are outside of this area. But applicants for the Pure Leaf Grant must identify as mothers. And now, emphasis here on the word identify, therefore means that you do not have to be the biological mother of these children, but that they are in your care. This is pretty good because whether you are the biological mother or not for children under your care, there are often times that you will run into financial difficulty and you're just not able to meet all the needs of these children. So therefore, this is a good opportunity to get some assistance, and do not be shy or do not be hesitant to get the assistance that you need, especially when raising children, because they need a certain quality of life and they need the exposure, and there are basic needs that need to be met for these children. So if you can get the help, take the help. The process is pretty simple. Go to the Pure Leaf website, go through the questionnaire that is provided there, the application process, but the process is pretty simple for you to be considered for this grant. Now, in looking at the review for this program, because yes, I did promise you that I'm going to be looking at the reviews because I don't want you to get into something that might not be reputable. Now, there are limited reviews for the Pure Leaf Grants program. However, because the parent company for this is PepsiCo, then you do have positive reviews for that parent company. And because PepsiCo is so reputable, then you can trust the Pure Leaf Grant program as well. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention earlier is that the application deadline is usually October 31. At the time of making this video, we are in July, so this gives you more than enough time for you to apply, get your applications in early so that you can be considered for this grant. The second website is the North Carolina Housing Services and Assistance. And another limitation here that you would have to be residing in the United States, and more specifically in the North Carolina state. But hey, I know I have some visitors there, so I know that this will provide value to you as well. Now, this program is broken down into 2 parts because it caters for persons who are homeowners as well as persons who are renters. And they offer 2 different programs for persons who are unable to meet their mortgage or unable to make their rental payments. Now, so the first one that we're going to be looking at is the HOPE program. And this gives you assistance for up to 12 months of rental payments. And guess what? It also goes retroactively if you are owing up to 9 months of rent in arrears. So therefore, you do not have to worry if you have a significant amount of rent that has backed up on you, because you can apply for this program for up to 9 months of those rental arrears. And if it is that you are current, but you are foreseeing that you will be having some difficulty in making your future rental payments, say for example, you have lost your job, or you have had an emergency that has depleted your funds or will be using up all of the funds coming in the current or near future, you can apply for this and be granted up to 12 months of assistance. The other part of this program that caters for homeowners is known as the North Carolina Homeowners Assistance Fund. And this offers persons who are having difficulty in making their mortgage payments some assistance and some relief. So therefore, you would not have to worry about being evicted or for your house being placed on foreclosure, because if you apply in time for this program, then you might get this assistance. A lot of times it is a matter that we are sitting in ignorance and not being knowledgeable of programs that are out there to assist us. But as a matter of fact, like how I'm doing this research for you, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be made aware when I release this very valuable content. Now, what are the criteria to qualify for this program? One is that you must be a resident, as I mentioned before, of the North Carolina state. And two is that you must have been impacted by the pandemic. Now, even though the pandemic has gone so many years ago, you do realize that there are now programs still in place that can assist you in terms of your financial difficulty. So if you can provide some evidence, for example, hey, you lost your job during COVID, or you have had arrears building up and you have not been able to make your payments, submit that evidence and that proof and you can be qualified for this grant. Another good thing about this program is just as how you get up to 12 months in assistance for the renters, homeowners are offered up to $40,000 in order to avoid delinquencies in loan payments or evictions. So this is a substantial amount that could go a very far away in assisting you in terms of your mortgage payments. In terms of the reviews, they're a bit mixed. Yes, it is a trustworthy program. However, there has been instances that persons state that there is a certain bureaucratic process to it and delays in terms of the processing, but that is attributed, based on the reviews, on it being a government program. So therefore, a lot of the reviews are saying that, hey, it's a government program, so expect these delays and red tapes. However, it is worth the time and it is worth the bureaucratic process because you do get the assistance. And it's trustworthy because, as I said, it is a government program. Now, at this point, you're going to be saying that, hey, all of the programs mentioned so far, you have to be below a certain level in terms of income and be below the poverty line. But hey, I got you. The next website that we're going to be looking at is known as Modest Needs. And you do not have to be below the poverty line. You need to be just above the poverty line to qualify for this program. And what it requires is that you have had some unexpected event in your life that is preventing you from meeting your essential expenses. In terms of the criteria, you must be able to verify your income because they need to be able to prove and see that you are sitting just above the poverty line. In terms of the application process, you must visit the Modest Needs website. There is going to be a quiz that you need to complete, and this quiz will determine if you are eligible for this grant. Once you are determined to be eligible, then there is a detailed application form that you will need to complete to be considered for this grant. Of course, you will have to provide your supporting documents like proof of income, and also for the need or the expense that you are trying to meet, you may have to provide the evidence of these as well. In terms of the review of this program, the Modest Needs, I do like that there are predominantly positive reviews of this program. People applaud the transparency of the process and how easy it is to complete the process online. They have given positive reviews also in terms of the distribution of funds, and it is not seen to be anything that is a scam. So therefore, feel free to go ahead based on the reviews that I have seen online. Now, at this point, I know that some of my viewers are going to be saying, hey, what if I do not need any assistance with my living expenses? But what if I have a business idea that I need funding for? You promised me that you'll be saying that at the start of the video. Hey, well, here we are. I have not forgotten about you. The next website is going to be the Awesome Foundation website. This program is open to anyone who might have a creative idea that they are needing assistance with getting it off the ground. So see, I haven't forgotten about you. There are no specific restrictions for this program. You will only be more competitive the more unique your idea is to be pitched. Another major consideration for your approval is how will your idea impact the nation or impact your community. So if it is that you have a unique idea that is going to have major impact on your surrounding community or on consumers, then you are highly competitive to be considered for this grant. Now, the application process is simple. Go to the Awesome Foundation website, and there are different satellite chapters that are located in different areas. So you would select the chapter that is nearest to you and pitch your idea. Of course, if it is that you do not have a pitch or a business plan for your idea, just go to ChatGPT, enter what your idea is, and ask it to generate a business plan or a business pitch for you, and it will automatically generate it and you include it in your application. Now, in terms of the reviews, it's a little bit mixed. Some persons are wary of the security of the program and the website in terms of being scammed, while other persons give positive reviews as a source of funding for their unique and creative ideas. So you would have to use a personal decision if it is something that you would want to pursue. But hey, some persons have gotten through while some persons are just a little bit wary. So look out for that. Now, the fifth website, and I'm going to bundle them together as a type of crowdfunding website. These are going to be like your Fundly, Just Giving, or GoFundMe, and I'm sure you're familiar with one or more of these platforms. There's no real criteria or qualification to get on these platforms. It is open to anyone who has a need, who needs to raise funds for whether it be medical expenses, a charitable event, it could be educational needs, or just some creative projects that you might have. All it requires is that you open the website and then you use your platforms outside of this to advertise the link for persons to go over. Of course, you have to be creative and you have to be passionate enough in terms of appealing to others to fund you. What is the process for this? Pretty simple. You have to outline what your fundraising campaign is about. And you have to be genuine and you have to be compelling and sincere. I find that the more information that you give, whether through photographs or through a story outlining the problem, then you are more likely to get funding. There are many rich persons out there who are seeking reputable platforms and a heartwarming or touching story that they can contribute to. Because hey, them giving lets them feel good, and you receiving for a worthy cause will go a mile in terms of achieving things. So my recommendation again, add photos, add a storyline to whatever platform you are using. Share your link for these platforms on your different social sites. So you can use your Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, email the link to different groups or communities that you know might be willing to assist you with these programs. And hey, you will get the donations that you need. The fact that most of these platforms are tied to reputable banking institutions as well makes persons feel more confident in giving their money. In terms of the reviews, they are mainly positive. Because it is so reputable and well known, givers are aware of these platforms and they trust them. So you placing your situation on these platforms, you are not losing any money, you are more standing to gain. It is mainly positive reviews. So there you have it, my friends. You have 5 platforms, well, more than 5 because the last one was about 3 platforms in one, that you can utilize to get money from persons, rich persons sometimes, towards financial needs, projects, or if it is that you have charitable programs or activities or needs that you need funding for. Get on them right away. Some of them have deadlines that I have mentioned, so the earlier the better. The early bird catches the worm. So the more time that you have for you to prepare, the better off you will be. But however, take advantage of these websites if it is that you need these fundings. Now, as usual, my friends, if you have found any part of this content to be valuable to you, even one point, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with someone who you think might be in need of these funding for their needs. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.